Hi guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just finished watching, Arrival. If you enjoy the video, please leave it a like rating. So, this one was really anticipated, 8 Academy Award nominations, and I really didn't know a whole lot going into this, just that it was a sci-fi, and it kind of sounded like Independence Day in the description. Aliens come to Earth. There's 12 ships that all go to 12 different locations around the world, very similar to Independence Day. I don't remember the exact ship count, but I don't believe they all went to a different country, because I think there were 2 over Russia for some reason, I believe. And so they send these people in to try to talk to them. Now, they don't send any stupid helicopter up there with lights, at least not that they show. I don't know. It's like the stupidest thing in Independence Day, but so Amy Adams is like some sort of language expert, and Jeremy Renner is some sort of scientist. I forget exactly what they said he was. And they're kind of the two who are supposed to try to determine this alien language. Now, at the beginning, I felt like this was kind of suspenseful. I thought they were going to kind of drag everything out, like wait forever to see the aliens. But they don't. They just kind of, as soon as they get in the ship, they show them. I didn't really understand the whole deal with the alien interactions, because they're like, they only have like 2 hours every 18 hours when they can communicate for whatever reason, and they at one point to that, oh, it's because they have a different atmosphere and they have to get the atmosphere so we can breathe it. But they're like behind this glass thing. You would think they could have oxygen on one side. If they can do it for 2 hours, what's the difference? I don't get it. I don't understand why there was such a limit, which, I mean, really puts a strain on the whole attempt to communicate with them, and could have alleviated a lot of problems if they could have just really talked the whole time. So she's trying to build this whole communications language and trying to figure out what they're saying, because they just make noises similar to aliens or stuff in other movies. I'm trying to think, I can't think of specifically, just kind of like horns or whatever, and clicks, and nothing that she can decipher. So she decides, we're going to try to establish a written language, and that way we can see the similarities and build from there. The whole time, of course, the government is like rushing, and they don't want the aliens to know too much, and they think the aliens are going to attack. And so there's all these governments working together, and then they find out the aliens have some secret, and so now none of the countries want to communicate, because they think the aliens are going to turn each other against each other. And so then everything becomes even more difficult. There's also this whole thing going on with Amy Adams' character, and I don't want to give that part away too much, but this movie's super confusing. Like, even after watching it, I still don't even understand everything that happened. It's one of those movies where you're just like, what? And I don't know. Some people told me this movie was boring. It is pretty drawn out. I mean, there's no action, no comedy at all. It's like I said, there's a little suspense in the beginning, and then it's like just like a drama, like a sci-fi drama. It doesn't even feel like an alien movie, really. And the ending, like, then they have a twist at the end, which I was like, no, wait. And then, well, they start to slow roll the twist, I guess you could say, but it becomes so obvious so fast once they start it. And why even bother? I mean, you just like instantly you figure it out, and that makes the movie, I think, even more confusing. And then at the end, you just kind of wonder, what were the aliens even doing? Nothing is explained really at all, I don't think. I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I kind of enjoyed it. It's one of those movies where I think they don't just come right out and answer the questions they ask. And I always hate that, because it's like, you're the one making the movie, not me. I don't want to interpret it or come up with my own ideas. I watch a movie because I want you to tell me a story, and I want it to end. I don't want to be like, oh, well, what did that mean? What did that mean? What did that mean? What did that mean? That's just my personal feeling. Maybe you guys feel differently. I mean, that's personal preference, obviously. But for me, I just feel like they should answer the questions, and wrap up the movie nicely. This is definitely worth a watch. I don't know if you guys are really going to want to run out and buy this and rewatch it. I definitely think this movie would be worth a rewatch though, because once you kind of see the twist and everything, then you could go back and probably see the movie a little differently. So for a score on Arrival, I don't want to rate it too high just because it is kind of boring and it doesn't really answer the questions that it should answer. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely an above average movie. It's a very well made movie. They did definitely mute the colors a lot in this. It's kind of a muted color palette. They did have this one scene though where they're like in a helicopter and they're like going to Montana and they're like in a valley and you can just see like the fog rolling over the mountain and into the valley. It looked super cool. So visually, I mean, it's kind of, they got cool stuff like that, but then it's like all super dull and bland and, you know, but yeah, that's what I thought, guys. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you guys love this movie and why? Did you think it was kind of average? I mean, that's pretty much where I am, kind of average movie. Did you guys hate it? I mean, just hate it. I'd still love to hear about it. If you guys did enjoy this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps support the channel and helps it get seen by more people. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos, and I'll see you guys next time.